14th. Oh gosh, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Here's a song. It's absurdity in our PG font. I got brahies behind creased cardboard, but you don't pull up chairs for humor, do you? You shouldn't miss this guy Cuthris. He shakes a stone. There's Light Eldritch compelling you, the viewers, to hit the merch store. 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 Walnut's Grove is gone, which sucks for a druid. Plus mail is strong, but nuts wise into it. Sigils on the cave wall stabbed like daggers. She took wolf form and she howled aloud. She bit at Cuthris and she snapped her snout. And by her instincts led you to the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Rosie, she's shopped there before. All her grandkids get gifts from this store. Little halflings with their kingpins playing footloose. I've seen them picnic beneath the stars, wearing their bright dark magic scarves. It's a one-stop shop for birthdays at the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store.
Denard's a paladin, dragonborn, who treats everybody else with scorn. But you know that they all deserve it, don't you? He gains entitlement from bits, or so Jerry claims, so I guess it fits. And they both expect you all to hit the merch store.
Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Maybe there are gods beyond whose tendrils shift their waking pawns, but Jerry kinda seems like he has got this. Except the times when the phones light up and ideas arise, then outright erupt, and Jerry's gone, volcanic cursed Rothfuss. What now, Rothfuss? Come on, Rothfuss. Ignore Rothfuss. Gosh darn Rothfuss. Dang it, Rothfuss. My game, Rothfuss. Go home, Rothfuss.
Shut up,
Rothfuss. Flippin' Rothfuss. Let's not do this. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your Just let your mind float downstream. Sprawl out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and tonight y'all are my live streaming audience. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you, Just Vex, for the raid. We are hanging out here near our deep field pinball machine, which is, for some reason, I can't hear myself in my headphones. Can I now? Okay, yeah. Sorry, somehow my monitor got turned way the heck down. Woo! This is how we find out if things are working, by talking. Yay, talking. Communication is key. Anyway, some of y'all might have seen my pinball machine before. We are currently working on the back box art on the left-hand side. A few days ago, we actually finished the other side all the way over here. Woo! Kindless asks, is this a button stream? Well, I guess we're about to find out. Yes. Next problem. Okay, so meanwhile, this is the bit down here that we're going to need to dig out in the long term. Now, I haven't done a great job of getting a proper beacon going over there, partially because I've moved my fancy beacons over here to this tree farm area. Oh, it's Scar! Howdy, Scar! Do you have any extra doubloons you're interested in trading away? Let's see if Scar has any extra doubloons. Ooh. Anything you'd need or want for it? I already traded away my hot guy card, so I can't give him my hot guy card. But we may be able to trade him something else, possibly. Dang it. I traded my only one to Cleo. It's a shame we don't have any more TCG tokens. Scar writes, no! Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Doubloons are Cleo's new currency. Now that she's king, she's decided to start issuing us doubloons. Let me check. What types are your deck? Maybe we can trade Scar something else. Okay. Because, like, I mean, I have a bunch of cards. Scar might not be interested in trading right now. We might have to bug him later. Or maybe we just need to go on a quest to get some hot guy cards. Hey, apparently it's Like the Color's birthday today. Feliz cumpleaños, Sati. Feliz cumpleaños, Sati. Yes. Can I show it on stream? Feliz cumpleaños, ah, like the colors. Feliz cumpleaños a ti, y muchas más. Okay, so we're gonna turn off our overlays and hit start recording. Sure. Where should I meet you? I gotta meet Scar. He's got something, I don't know what's going on. Why don't we fly toward the sky in his direction? I wanna go where the hot guys are. I wanna see what Scar is building. Flying around over Scarland with my Elytra. I want to find a Scar. Buddy, please tell me where you are. I want to find that there hot guy. Where is the Scar?
Yeah.
What? Do you have a zombie Cleo soundboard? Is that what you're doing, Scar? Is that what you want to show me? I can't hear you at all. If you're trying to talk... I mean, it's okay if this is some elaborate pantomime. What does Scar have? Whoa! That sure is a hot guy. Wow. Looking. Wow. Maybe... Is that what you wanted instead to trade for doubloons? I was thinking you wanted a hot guy TCG card, but clearly you wanted a framed hot guy poster. Okay, I'm gonna have to go forge one of those. Luckily, I have an elaborate forging operation with a bunch of pumpkins and commands. So I can go make one of those and bring it back to you if you want, in exchange for your doubloons. Is that fair? Scar does not have his microphone and is definitely considering whether or not he wants me forging these. He's thinking real hard, that Scar. He's thinking. I hope he doesn't think his mic is on, because I cannot hear him. He is not talking to me. I do need hot guy cards for the decorations for the hot guy HQ build. Gotcha. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I traded my only one away, but I'll keep an eye out for you, Scar. I'll keep an eye out. Are those the doubloons? Those look like the doubloons. I need more doubloons. I can trade you some honeycombs. Do you need those for your waxed copper? Ooh. You can wax that copper 9 times with those. But wait, there's another 5 more. Ooh, that's 14 times. You could do 2 weeks of day-by-day copper waxing with that. Do whatever you can for the cards, Joe. Thank you, Scar! I'm gonna go put these doubloons in the most obnoxious place I can think of. Oh, I will. So we have an IOU of a hot guy for the original hot guy. You can tell how original he is by his cat ears here. And he can hear it. He can hear you thinking that with those ears. Very perceptive. Away! I can't believe that honeycomb worked. Okay, so here we go. Let's, real quickly, we need to grab some things and then swing by the shopping district. So I'm going to leave the camera off for right now. Because we're about to resume the recording very, very imminently. Like, highly imminently recording resumption. Highly imminent recording resumption. Scar says, I'll be waiting for the hot guy card. I know. I'll bring it as soon as it arrives. Okay, so I don't think we're going to be able to heist a hot guy card out of Cleo's Ender Chest. So we're just going to have to play some TCG games in order to get some tokens and hopefully draw another hot guy. In the meantime, I think somewhere in here we had some spruce planks. We have got to go on this next bit of this project. I have, I feel like it's really important when you have a bit to commit to that bit. So we're going to do some bit committing. Time skip. Okay. Ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, do-do-do-da. I want to grab a little bit of that. Good times with Scar. Only logged on to do this. All he wanted was to show off his new thing. Okay, so we have an item frame. We need to get pink. Oh, we need to get glow ink. No, that's upstairs. That's up topside. Mr. Topside, bring me a dream, la la la. Do 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 do. Ba bum 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 ba dum da dee. Da na 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 ba da na. Do 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 do. Okay, so. Scar knows the server can only handle so much Hawkeye. I know, right? Okay, so... wait, never mind, I got him. Okay. Let's get 4G. Do 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 bum 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 do 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 bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. Okay. Okay, so let's start breaking some things. Okay, so I gotta open this questionably sourced zip file. Let's open that with, no, more apps, Notepad. Okay, open that with Notepad. Okay, so this is... Okay, so that's item 76. So how do we turn a pumpkin into item 76? Boy, okay, there's... is it maybe called a trigger? Trigger custom data set 76. Okay. That is not... That is not a thing I can do, it seems. I want to forge a pumpkin. Slash trigger. Oh, it's a capital set. Ha ha! Forged. I forged scars. Things here. You know, I actually probably want another one of those. Notorious counterfeiter Joe Hills is at it again. So let's grab a item frame here. Oh, wait. We need stuff for travel. Welcome, Raiders. Glad you could join us. I'm in the middle of counterfeiting some stuff. So much counterfeiting right now. It is like non-stop counterfeiting. Okay. Okay, so we're going to swing back by Mumbo's button. I don't know if he saw the doubloons we left there last time. It looks like he didn't. So what I'm thinking is maybe we can Ender Pearl in, because he's still... Oh, yeah, he just left the windows. This is just open. Okay, cool. So we're going to take the extra doubloons from Scar, and we are going to award Mumbo double grats. You have won twice as many double oons. There we go. We're going to dye that pink. We're going to light it up. And we are going to put those doubloons from Scar right there. Boom. Double doubloons for Mumbo. Now, I also wanted to forge one of those hot guy things because after talking to Scar about it, it just sounded like the sort of thing I should do. So we're going to leave that for him, too. Wow, ender pearling over through there was way less necessary than I realized. Is this thing turned on yet? Let's also go check on that. Let's go check on that. Oh, yep. It looks like the button is turned on now, so we can just press that so nobody gets any diamonds. Oh, it makes a fun song. Oh. Wait, it went back to 0 or 1. Hold on. So is there... It doesn't really seem to like being 100% full, does it? Okay, I love that you can see that through the door. We're gonna leave that there. We're gonna leave that there as a fun little treat. Time skip. Okay, so we're gonna stop recording there. Okay, face camera back on here. Alrighty. Bill from Memphis says, so you won't be doing any more Zelda streaming. I enjoyed that. See, the problem is, Bill, we had set, like, it's normally, it's really hard to make any money at all from anything that's not a Minecraft stream. So we kind of did that as a stunt, but we didn't get anywhere near our $2 billion goal, unfortunately. So, yeah, I don't think we're likely to do another Zelda stream. But it was fun, but, like, I mean, Zelda launches every 6 years. But yeah, it's really, it's not viable to get my sister to cross town to come over to stream, for, like, more often than we're already doing the, weekly HermitCraft streams is the thing. So, that was kind of a special one-off. I mean, if we had hit the $2 million, we probably would have come back and finished the game at some point, but we just didn't hit the goal. But also, I know a lot of people didn't really want to see too far outside the tutorial area at this point. There's a lot of spoilers and stuff. So we were kind of striking a balance, like, in terms of what people want to watch and stuff, too, there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and turn down the setting up stream sign. Speaking of which, just as a quick reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Yeah, Nintendo also sends a lot of takedown notices, even if we did try to post more Zelda streams. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to deal with Nintendo's lawyers. It's fun to do here and there, but, like, you can't build a business around streaming Nintendo stuff without having problems that I don't have time for. Okay, so we are going to put those away. Okay, I will send Scar a note real quick. Scar. Ooh. Thanks for the sneak peek at the new hot guy painting. Don't worry, I won't hang. I put a forgery of the one you showed me and the doubloons inside Mumbo's button to see if he notices. Okay. Well, if Scar yells at me to take it down, I'll take it down. Dave USPS says, I avoided the Zelda stream because I'm literally playing it now. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is a lot of the regulars didn't want Zelda streams. So, you know, it's kind of one of those, hey, Lost Cult Music! Thank you for our first tip of the stream. Lost Cult tips 3 and says, bought the TCG. YOLO is more than an attack. It's a vision. Well, thank you. Okay. I don't have time to deal with that guy. So let's see what we got here. We have a bunch of stuff to grab out of there. Let's, in order to do our pixel art work, let's quickly go grab another shulker to put stuff in. Okay, so let's delve. Whoa. I went down in the pinball machine. Gonna grab some shulkers that are empty. Wait, you know what? Let's leave the trash ones. Save those for actual trash. Let's grab these and bring these up. That reminds me, I still need to set up a pyramid in here amid that digging stuff. How much extra iron do we have? I think we have a reasonable amount. Let's grab that real quick, too. Oh, did I not leave the extra iron over here? And I am sweating so much. I've got like an ice pack wrapped in a towel at my feet, and I'm still like, I can feel the sweat just rolling down my back. It is getting warm here in Tennessee. Oh yeah, I was gonna chop down some of this stuff at some point. We'll come back to that. La da da da, dee 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 da da da, la da 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 dee, do 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 dee dee. Bum 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 boom boom boom. Dee 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 da. Okay. Let's see. What do we need to actually pull? We need iron. Where did I put the surplus iron. Howdy, Cub. I didn't put it back in the iron box, I'll tell you that. Did I put it in the do not throw away box? Yeah, okay, cool, that's it. Okay, so let's put this box here. We're going to put everything we don't immediately need in there. We got 5 rolling in from Electra310, who says, for all the cold drinks and fans fun, because it's hot here too, and we're all suffering together. Thank you very much, Electra. That puts us 12 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Yeah, there are actually only 2 hours left to order the TCG cards. If you wanted to get some IRL HermitCraft TCG cards, it is time to go do that, like, aggressively. So, yeah, let's see. Is the artwork, unfortunately, for the Joe Hills Rare, I don't think is out yet. But either way, I think it's a worthwhile endeavor. I do need to mention, before I post this link, that, you know, per Federal Trade Commission guidelines, I do have a vested financial interest in this. I do receive royalties on sales. This is not technically a sponsored stream with the hashtag sponsored or whatnot, because this isn't a sponsorship. This is something that I basically, from a federal trade standpoint, co-authored. So, like, if you co-author a book and you link the page where somebody can buy the book, you don't have to be like, hashtag sponsored. Since I worked with Beef on developing this game, you know, I do have to mention that I'm making a small share of sales eventually. But it's unclear when that payment's going to go through. So that's one of the reasons that it's important for me to mention that tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat as well, because there is a good chance that I'm going to have to pay rent and quarterly taxes before I see any of that money. So yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things, like, one of the most stressful things about doing a lot of freelance work was knowing that I had done work I was going to get paid for eventually, but not knowing when that paycheck was going to come in. And now I'm back at it. Okay, so let's take these and make a pyramid down there real quick. Okay. Dapper Driver says, I noticed your camera fits in the hotbar. That's awesome. Oh, not for very long, though. Not for very long at all, Dapper Driver. Rokon Shimo says, you're not obligated to advertise it. Does that change the applicable laws? If somebody on a YouTube video or stream is making money from the sales of a product, they need to mention, like, hey, this is my book, this is my card game. You know, you need to express explicitly that this is something that you made and you're making money off of. If I was just like, oh, hey, I saw this cool new card game that I think y'all might enjoy, maybe check out the website, and I didn't tell you that I was making a small royalty off each sale, that would be a huge, what the Federal Trade Commission calls a no-no. Right? If I use any sort of, and it doesn't even matter if I'm obligated to share the link. Let's say that I set up a Amazon link or something where it's like, hey, if you order this, hey, order this book that I recommend, and I post an Amazon link, but I don't tell you that I get a share of the sales, which I don't have an Amazon affiliate program, but if I did and I didn't tell you it was an affiliate program, if I just said, hey, here's a link to that book, then that would also run afoul of Federal Trade Commission stuff. If I'm getting paid, whether or not I'm forced to do it contractually, that would be a bad one. How fancy will the beacon be today? I don't know. You tell me. Looking pretty fancy, huh? Can you make beacons from copper? I don't think you can. Arnold Poole tips 20 and writes, and so it begins. We were 12 away from that next face camera expansion milestone. Now we are $8 past. So here we go. Arnold Poole, please direct your attention to slot 9 where I'm putting the hot in the hot bar so I can say, howdy y'all, Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. D-da-D-da-D, D-da-D-da-D, D-D. Oh no, I forgot my hat. Also, my camera is slightly off center. It's supposed to be centered on Minecraft. No copper beacons. That doesn't seem right, doesn't seem fair. Why would they disallow copper beacons? What game sense does it make? I can't think of any in the current moment. La da da. Okay, so we've got 31 more iron ingots there. You can't use amethyst to make a beacon, right? Or lapis. None of that's iron or gold. Mr. Phillips tips 2 and says, here's a Jefferson to keep it going. Thank you, Mr. Phillips. That puts us 10 even away from the next face gamer expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Welcome, Rexperty! I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Up in the northeast there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a quick run, because I think this will get us like 3 blocks total. Yeah, that's not enough to finish that beacon. We're going to make a quick run up top side here into our back box to finish work on that. Bum 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 bum, la da 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 da. Yeah, so I guess I just smelt a bunch of that stuff, right? That's the easiest way to do this. Yeah, I could use oxidized copper on the outside of the beacon to make it look like I'm messing around. Actually, I really like that idea. I think we should put oxidized copper on the outside of the beacon. That, just as a gag. So let's take this iron downstairs for right now, and this copper too. Ow. Should really mine that out better, but that's fine. We'll get to it whenever. So we've got our, we got plenty of copper in our copper thing down here to swap in later. Anyway. Where were we going? Down here. To the furnace. Okay, so that's enough for that one. Then we'll come over here. That's enough for that one. We'll come over here. Whoops, forgot to... it's a shame that you can't just cook them, like, as blocks to get blocks out of it, but it's fine. I get it. Classic! One Rock says, hey Joe, how's cost of living in Nashville? I'm in DC and it's a bit rough, considering a move and a longer commute. Oh boy. Well, Classic One Rock, I will say Nashville is a really rough city to have a long driving commute in. I don't mind the buses at all. Even though I'm not commuting, I still use them to get around the city all the time. Even though I have a car, I hate driving it that much, especially anywhere near rush hour. So if the place that you want to work and the place that you want to live are on the same bus line, that's going to save you a lot of hassle. And any bus line, basically, it's like a hub and spoke system. Almost any bus line will take you downtown, so you can go do fun stuff downtown. Or, like, for other things, like get a transfer to another bus. But cost of living in Nashville, housing-wise, is pretty high. I'm not sure how it compares to D.C., but it's pretty high in general compared to, like, most of the country. I do know that. If you're looking at commuting from Nashville to Washington, D.C., that might be too much. That I would not recommend, for sure. You'd think blast furnaces would smelt blocks. I know, that would be a cool way to do it. But yeah, I mean, Nashville is a great city to live in. I've looked at relocating for financial reasons because, like, my single largest expense every month is rent, and my second largest is health insurance. So, yeah. I really need to get a proper coaster. This glass is condensing like crazy with how hot it is in here. Okay, so anyway, we will hopefully get some... Do I think Beef and Creo would be okay with releasing card designs of HCTs? I don't know what that means. That acronym... HermitCraft TCG Go? Instead of... You can't really print... Are you asking about printing the designs? I don't know what that means. We can't print the square card designs like in the game because the card printing and foil packaging machines aren't set up for square cards. So it would actually be more expensive for us to make the square cards, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, Rokon Shimo, that really depends more on the contracts with the individual artists, too. Because a lot of times, art costs a certain amount that you negotiate up front based on the usage, if it's commercial art, right? And so, if I hired, let's say I hired our community liaison, that Tommy boy, to make designs for me for Pogs. I would say, Tommy, I want to pay you $600 to do these Pog designs. If I wanted to use them in another context, then I'll come back to you and get rates to like, oh, hey, people love this one Pog design. Can I pay you another $500 to use it for t-shirts, right? Now, I could pay Tommy like $8,000 up front for a unlimited license. But a lot of times, it's not worth it if you think you're only going to use something in one place to pay an artist for an unlimited license to a work. So I don't know what the right situation is there for that artwork outside of the cards, right? That is not a question I could answer for you. But considering how, yeah, I would not make any assumptions there that that's something that can happen without somebody being paid thousands of dollars. That I don't know where that would come from. Rokon Shimo, I don't know because I didn't see the contracts. You would have to ask somebody. My knowledge of that I'm the wrong person to ask here. I'm just saying in general, like I've hired and commissioned artists before. But, like, if you pick up a copy of the Graphic Artists Guild pricing guide, you can get a good idea of what this stuff should cost if people are being paid right, and it's not trivial. But like I said, I don't even know if beef could answer that question. Because I don't know if the rights to make a decision like that are reserved to the artists or not. In which case you'd have to ask all 4 artists individually if it was. And in which case some of them could say, yeah, I'm happy to do that for another 10 grand. But some of them might say, no, I don't want to see my work used in that context regardless. Right? It's like, this stuff is complicated. And I'm throwing out some real wide ballpark numbers here, but like, here's the thing, is you're claiming that this website is a quote-unquote, like, non-profit. It's not a registered non-profit org. It's just something that they're currently not running ads on, but that doesn't mean that those guys aren't going to profit from it in some way at some point, in such a way that the artists would be getting screwed there, so... Yeah, I'm happy to talk to you about how, like, freelance illustration works. Although 90% of my answer is always going to open with, okay, so do you have a copy of the Graphic Artists Guild guidelines in front of you? If not, you really need to buy one if you're going to be working with this stuff in a professional context. Like, the first time I asked Tommy Boy for a quote, and I got something back, I was like, Tommy, where's your copy of the Graphic Artist Guild guideline? Tommy's like, I don't have one of those. And I'm like, okay, Tommy, I have your address because of the tax stuff. I'm gonna order you a copy of this book, and then I want you to send me a new quote, because this is a not a good quote. Devin Crotty says you have to buy the guidelines. I mean, it's like, I might have a copy of, like, the last edition in the room here. Do I? I mean, if you're a card-paying guild member, if you're a card-carrying guild member, a dues-paying guild member, then I think you get a copy when they put out a new one. But if you're not a guild member and you just want it because you're working with guild members, I mean, it's like a 260-page book. It's a big book. Because it's got it's guidelines for, like, all sorts of different situations, right? Quoting somebody to do the menu for their restaurant versus having them use having them use your artwork for menus would be quoted differently from having them use it for billboards or vehicles, right? Yeah, if you're a guild member, you could get a digital copy, but if you're not a guild member, if you're just hiring guild members, then you usually would buy a print copy. Serena says you gotta buy the Graphic Artists Guild guidelines. Is that even, or are you saying even if you are a member, you have to buy a new copy if you want it? Yeah, because I was never a member of the Graphic Artists Guild myself. I was a member of AIGA, but which is, it was originally like basically the guild for graphic designers. Is AIGA an acronym? If you're asked what AIGA stands for, you're supposed to say it stands for Excellence in Design. But yeah, I was a card-carrying member of AIGA for years because I was doing a lot of graphic design work. And for most pricing stuff, they were like, the Graphic Artists Guild has this handled. Just buy a copy of their guide. Yeah, because basically the attitude of these formal guilds is if you're doing the work right, if you're not cutting any corners, it should take you a certain amount of time and expense to cover all the things that you need to be doing. And if you're charging less than a certain amount, then you're not covering your own costs. at that quality level, right? So it's like, yeah, you could charge less if you're not paying proofreaders, but if you're not paying proofreaders, you're probably not a professional graphic designer who should be in our guild, right? What material are you making this subwoofer out of? Probably speaker parts. Cub
Joseph Hills,
What's up,
Joseph Hills, Joseph
Cub?
Hills, Joseph Hills.
It's me.
Howdy, Joe.
Howdy, Cub. How can I help you?
Joe, I got a question for you.
I probably have an incorrect answer, and I'm so excited to deliver it.
Okay, Joe, I have
Cub.
some very exciting news.
Yes? I love exciting news.
I am opening a museum
Okay.
very soon. The problem is, I have nothing to put in this museum.
Oh, I've got so much cool stuff to put in the museum. Do you want to, can I start recording and I'll show you?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Cub. So you're starting a museum and you need cool stuff to put in there.
Yes, more specifically, Joe, I'm looking very specifically for Easter eggs from the Easter egg hunt about a year or more ago now.
Yeah. I think I know where some of those might be. Come this way.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll follow you.
Yeah, we're not in a group because I didn't think this through. This way.
All right.
Toward world spawn, come with me, and we'll find an egg that is so Eastery. Also maybe some other stuff, Cub fan. We will fly, you will find other stuff as well. Da-da-da. I should lay my head down and dream real quick, though.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Nice
here we
landing.
go. Thank you. I was very tired. Okay, so, boy, my inventory is full of nonsense. So let me take my do not throw away box and fill it with cobble, so I don't throw that cobble away by mistake. Okay, so in here somewhere, I think I've got. Here it is, a Joe Hill's egg. Woo!
Aha! Thank you, Joe. Yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm trying to collect a lot of these eggs because a lot of these got misplaced or moved, or I think a few of them remain hidden to this day. So to get a collection going, I think would be vitally important to preserve this important piece of HermitCraft history.
Oh, I agree with you. But the reason I brought you over here is not just because that ender chest in particular had the egg in it, but also because I've been storing Stream Day torches here. Because I thought we needed to have a place for them where everybody could come and observe them, like this axolotl, this sunflower, and this netherite pickaxe or hoe. You know, so these 3 items I think all would be perfect for your museum as well, Cub.
I agree. Is it okay for me to take these from the Ye Olde Community Crafting Center?
Absolutely. You know, honestly, they're kind of exposed to the elements.
in the
There's a little bit of a
museum.
roof
Yeah,
there, but like
true.
maybe getting some walls in would be the best choice. So please take these and put them in your museum, Cub.
All right, we'll do so. I will grab these here. I'm going to take the item frame too.
Oh yeah,
Because
that doesn't
why
need
not?
to stay. You can use those.
And
Yeah, you can even mark. These are the original item frames reclaimed from the crafting thing. Honestly,
oh yeah.
yeah, moving this entire structure in there as an exhibit could even be fun. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah. I didn't actually consider that, but yeah, having a bigger piece like this would actually be another good potential display. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so beautiful. Well,
Well, thanks, Joe. This is actually really helpful. This is hugely helpful.
I am.
Not only do I have another Easter egg, but some unique stream items. So thank you, Joe.
Oh, certainly. I am always happy to help someone put together a museum.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it. I'm gonna
Cheers.
head out. I got more museum stuff to do. So, the work of a curator is never done, as you know.
Oh.
So,
No, I get it. You go curate like there's no cure for it. I don't know.
we'll do, Joe. Thank you so much,
Fuck
man.
up.
See you soon.
I'm a failure. That was not a good joke, but we'll just cut before we're not gonna show me coming back here and putting these things away. Oh boy, nope. This is not going in the video. Okay. Zircadia says, does an artist face retribution for not following the guild's guidelines, like an electrician doing side work outside their brotherhood? I mean, it depends on what you're doing. If you set something up so it doesn't really have any stupid rules, then when somebody's breaking those rules, it's a good excuse to have a conversation with them about, like, hey, you're young, you're making some mistakes. Let's, maybe fix that before it gets out of hand. Pum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop the recording there and then turn the camera count, or not camera count. Yeah, I guess the camera count layer back on, even though we don't have the camera count in right now. So I got distracted here. We actually do need to go get those trash boxes now. That's why I left the trash boxes here. Was so I could move them down around there. We're gonna put those on the pyramid for me to fill. Okay. So I'm also thinking maybe I should fill in some of the water with dirt because it's going to be more effective than... I say more effective. It's going to be faster than using sponges, maybe, to just fill some of this in with dirt and then like shovel it. Especially like these weird like floating areas. Oh no, waterfall. Okay, maybe I didn't think this through very well. Oh wow, this is maybe more water than I realized. Yeah, this might be a sponge job. Okay. Yep, those are industrial trash bags. I mean, it seems to me, though, that, like, if the HermitCraft TCG online people want to be a fan project, then, you know, they can hire fan artists, you know, like, there's no reason for them to necessarily even, like, they don't necessarily need the artwork from the printed game. Like, it's not like we're playing with the artwork from the printed game in HermitCraft, either, you know? Why do they need it? It's kind of weird that people would expect that, right? Sponges are needed on Isle Joe. Yeah. Honestly, if I can just get this down enough to have more of a big open cave down here, then that'll be cool. Okay. It's actually against the rules to ask if you can ask a question, so I'm going to time you out so you have a chance to read the rules. When people ask to ask a question on the stream, it actually throws off the entire cadence of the stream. Because if I give you permission to ask a question, then I have to kind of stop talking to anybody else while we wait for the round trip of me confirming to you that you can ask a question. I've basically, if you ask to be recognized, like this is not a Robert's Rules of Order situation where you need to ask to be recognized. Basically, you say what you want to say, and then I choose whether to recognize you or not. Asking to be recognized is not acceptable. Okay, Scar has not told me to go pull that out of Mumbo's house. So... Mahia Zero, I have never donated that netherite hoe to any museum before in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. You might be thinking of somebody else. Rokon says Korean's Rare is the only one where the blue attack isn't the ultra attack. What? That can't be right. Sheep Stare on ZF isn't the higher tier attack. There's no way Korean's card is the only one that has a blue attack that's in the first slot. Daily Rooster says, Joe, do you like the alter ego cards and the new rules? I sure do. I'm very excited about those. You know what I should probably do is move a bed down here, too. Martin C says, isn't this at the bottom of the ocean? Where'd the grass come from? There was a lush cave or something, I think, down here somewhere. That's my guess. I don't know how caves work. I'm not a caveman. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 dee la da da. Yeah, maybe an Enderman moving a grass block down here or something. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this stuff. I'm just coming in here to place my blocks. Okay, so we actually want to put in the do not throw away box. We want to put any gravel or iron we get. Copper, that sort of thing. In the trash boxes, though, everything else, basically. Somebody says, I'm pretty sure Enderman griefing is turned off. Here's the thing, is even if Enderman griefing is turned off 99% of the time, if there was, like, a 3-hour period or something where they installed an update to the server and the mod pack or resource pack wasn't working, we're not going to roll back over that. Hey, Vinsho Ken, welcome. Somebody says, Ron Benton says, any plans on doing another Civ 6 playthrough? Not anytime soon. That was mostly because HermitCraft was on hiatus. I have a lot of fun playing Civ, but that was more like I need to chill and do something. And, like, I I had done enough freelance work around that time that I didn't have to worry quite as much about being revenue positive. Basically, the short answer is I can't afford to stream Civ 6 these days. That's the sort of thing. That's such a distant daydream that I daren't dream it today. I'm glad you enjoyed my take on it, but yeah, it's because it's the sort of game that I can have fun streaming for 8 hours straight, but I should be working during that time. Like everyone who plays Civ, I should be working. It's like, should I be playing Civ right now? No, I should be asleep. I should be at work. I can't justify it as much fun as it is. It was just because I was like, oh gosh, this hiatus keeps getting... So with the HermitCraft break, we had that hiatus there. Like, it kept getting pushed back by a week or two. So it was like, well, there's not enough time for me to start a new serious Minecraft series or whatever, so I'll just play some this. And then 2 weeks we'll relaunch the server and I'll be back to it. And then it'd be like, oh, actually, guys, we need to wait another week for this reason or that reason. And so that was kind of, yeah. That was kind of one of those, like, I was in this weird holding pattern where I was like, okay, I need to, I want to stay and practice streaming, but since we're about to stream a whole bunch of Minecraft as soon as this new season goes live, I should take a break from Minecraft. Well, what can I play? Just to kill a little bit of time. Centauratron says, I enjoyed the Legends Arceus streams during the hiatus. Those were really good for me creatively because of the voice acting stuff, but I wouldn't get that from Civ. Like, Civ is not an artistic exercise where I feel like, wow, I'm getting so much better at voice acting. Whereas doing Legends Arceus, I was like, oh, we have 5 people from the same region here who all need to have slightly different voices with the same accent. Right? So with that, I was like, okay, so... Because I was doing, like, a Boston accent for one of the tribes, and what accent was I doing for the other tribe? I forget. But a Scottish accent for the other tribe. So I was like, great, we've got like 5 people from each tribe here, so I need to have 5 distinct voices with Scottish accents and 5 distinct voices with Boston accents for this scene. So that was a challenge. Mahi0O says, I didn't realize they were doing week by week with the Season 9 launch. Well, originally it was a month. But after the first month, it was like, soon. So, yeah, that's why I was freaking out. Because I had set aside, like, we had talked about it in, like, June or July. Like, hey, everybody, make sure you budget to not stream or upload HermitCraft for about a month. And I was like, that's going to be really, really tight for me. I'm just getting my channel on its feet. I went full-time recently, but okay. If that's what we're doing, I can budget for not streaming HermitCraft for a month. And I'd been setting aside money all year toward that. But yeah, then when we got into month 2 and beyond, that was like, I was freaking out. It's like, okay, I've canceled all my streaming services. What else can what bills do I have that I cannot, that I can opt out of paying? Like, yeah. So I'm basically still, like, I have not rebuilt my savings since then, and, yeah. It's been a challenge because I thought, like, because right when HermitCraft launched, I was like, okay, well, now we're getting a lot of tips all at once. That's great. I'm rebuilding my savings. And I realized, like, oh no, all the things, like, I had kind of falsely postponed a bunch of purchases, like buying new shoes and stuff like that, right? And so then it's like, as soon as the money started to come in, I'm like, oh no, I can't actually save this money and have shoes that don't make my knees hurt. Like, so I was briefly like, okay, cool. Let's start rebuilding the savings. And I was like, Oh no. Oh no. I've actually got a backlog of equipment and stuff. So it was like a whole thing. That hiatus was very, very stressful for me. I could understand why some people who are more financially set benefit from taking a break like that, but as somebody who is less financially stable, it was super challenging, and it's like I haven't played Civ since because it just reminds me of being stressed out like that. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of stopped playing Civ after that. It's still a fun game, and I'm sure I'd enjoy it if I went back to it, but it's just like, I don't. Mike Deadman says, that's so terrifying. Had a similar experience during the pandemic. Yeah, that's the thing, is like I said, I could have done like a whole Minecraft side series or something if I had known how long it was actually going to take, but it kept being one of those like, all right, no, you don't start something because we're about to launch any day now. So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, good, a dark cave. That can't go poorly. More water. Okay, so this is gonna clearly be its own whole thing for a while. We'll come back to this one day. I just wanted to get a sense of how much work there is to do here, so if we end up coming back for HHH with some sponges or something, we can knock this out. Welcome, Kyle Valier. Glad you could join us. Okay. Just as a reminder, we are 19 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Stephanie Hall asks, any ideas for HHH tomorrow? That's a good point. Cub? Anything you need for your museum, etc., we could gather or do during HHH tomorrow? Let's grab this cobblestone here, actually, and take this down to the garbage there. Has Pearl put out her new episode yet about the trash gathering? I have no idea where the trash cleanup actually is. But I don't want to fly over there if it's not in an episode yet. Thanks. Mike says, she referenced it in her last episode, but I think the cleanup will be next episode. Okay, cool, because I saw her on stream showing, like, a sneak peek of part of it. But I wasn't sure if that was, like, live as a video yet. Yeah. Pearl hasn't put out an episode in 11 days, so it'll probably be out soon. She has a Twitter post on the trash. Oh, you're right. Cup does have an automated way to get more shulker shells. She was pretty overwhelmed with the amount of trash to sort. My goal there was to give her enough trash to sort that she would have to involve another hermit. I was like, I'm going to give her one license to bother Etho amount of trash. I don't know if she was necessarily going to choose Etho, but like that was the level of problem I was trying to create. Was let's create a problem too big for Pearl to fix alone. Not so that Pearl has a problem that's going to consume her life, but so that Pearl has an excuse to do something fun with somebody she might not normally. If that makes any sense. Who won the game with Beef? Well, XB won the whole 4-hour event, but Beef and Etho won the 2v2 match, if that's what you're asking. Okay. Okay, so this is a decent start. She said golly goo several times. Is golly goo a lot? Is that like Ijevin Australian slang? Golly goo? I mean, we mostly just, like, there's not like a certain level I'm trying to get down to here, but we just ideally want to have enough of this dug out that we can see the subwoofer from underneath. Devin Crotty says, can't say it's one I've heard. Well, Devin Crotty famously speaks Ijevin Australian, so... No, it's a special Pearl saying. Gotcha. It's just Pearl slang. Got it, got it, got it. Oh, that's like me saying y'all. Got it. Ron Bent says, I'm guessing future Minecons are just big TCG tournaments. Well, considering that Microsoft seems to be trying to stop people from running Minecraft events, but they can't necessarily stop people from running HermitCraft TCG events, I wouldn't be surprised. Evening, Sammy. Glad you could join us this evening. We are currently getting enough room down here that if I wanted to get an eyeball underneath the big subwoofer in the sky, I say the sky, the big subwoofer we're going to mount here. So the subwoofer on Total Nuclear Annihilation is a 12-inch subwoofer. It's pretty cool. Oh, boy. Dang it. I moved an extra mat here so that I could put the ice pack down without it, like, soaking through the floor. But it makes the chair harder to move. Okay. Pearl was happy but audibly stunned. Yay! Shalom says, why does Microsoft want less Minecraft? I don't think that they believe in-person events are the future. The ice pack trick is a game changer. I know, I love it, right? Okay. So, we're gonna play Subblocks. Failed vegan rights. I believe the children are the future. How melodic. I don't know if that's true, though. I think it was the ice pack trick. Scar is back and there's gonna be trouble. I say that, but I did send him a message saying that I was tampering with Mumbo's stuff using his face. So there might actually be trouble. I kind of forged a hot guy poster without permission. I'm trying to be better about giving people heads up when I do stuff. If I might get into trouble, but... Did somebody say that Tango summoned 70 withers? So, I don't know how much trouble I can even get in at this point, but 60, okay, fine. Serena says, just had a conversation with my parents where they tried to force their religion on me. Glad I'm back in the soothing embrace of a Joe Hill stream. Yeah. Well, you know, I think a lot of parents try to force Confucianism on their kids, and that's just not my way. I really wish Lao Tzu had won that whole thing. But, you know, Emperor's gonna emp or something. So, yeah. Yay. Should we leave a little bridge? No, I accidentally already removed it. I earnestly believe that trying to construct a state that only functions if people are forced into rigid roles creates a brittle and weak state. And weak states are only going to encourage those in power to panic when anything new or surprising happens. I really have a strong distaste for Confucianism. We didn't move a bed over here, did we? No. I turned off mob sounds, so I don't know what those Ender Guardian noises are. That's probably actually something attacking you. You should be terrified. Okay, let's get some chops in our offhand here. Or not offhand, our slot 9. Putting the chop in the chop bar. Okay. Have I played Mumbo's Diamond Button game? Yep, I sure have. You want to see? So I put in a hot guy painting and 2 blocks of doubloons. Casimir says we're at TCG. Awesome. There's only like 1 hour and 4 minutes left, so. Okay. It's not a real Hawkeye painting, it's a forgery. I'm forging a lot of art this season. That wasn't my goal, but it's happening. Geek of Many Topics says it's Guardian noises I'm hearing on your end, Joe. I don't know why. I turned off my mob sounds. Are lasers not mobs? Or are they friendly mobs? Do I need to turn off my friendly mob sounds to not hear the Guardian lasers? Instamine is therapeutic. I should probably just TNT this, though, realistically, now that I'm looking at it. Oh, but the water's the real problem with Instamining, or with TNTing it. We actually have to go through with sponges and clear a lot of this out. What are lasers, if not friendly photonic mobs? Okay, so we got a lot of blocks here we're not putting in our thing, apparently. So let's grab those. Boop, boop, boom. Dun, dun, dun. Copper ore, iron ore, and that's andesite. Andesite. Gravel goes up there, though. Stretching out for a minute. Okay. Okay, so we've been streaming for 90 minutes. Just as a quick reminder, we are $19 away from our 3rd face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. It is a school night. We are coming up on the end of the school year here in Nashville, so we're not going to have as many school night restrictions starting in a few weeks. But for right now, I gotta cross that finish line there. So we're going to wrap up in about a half hour. In the meantime, I need to take a hydration break. Let's see who I should thank for supporting the show and picking a song. I saw Sammy here earlier, and Sammy selected Lines. And so let's go ahead and play Lines. I'll be back in 4 minutes. Be right back.
Power line to convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all downtown. Let's all see what's been done and where we could have been. By knowing what's before us, the path might clear ahead and focus on new obstacles uncharted by the dead. Power line from a gurgling turbine, a telephone line from a quiet room, a metro line from across the city. Maybe we'll all raise our glasses soon. They say across the fence line the grass is always butcherous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers about the murders. When we look out past dividers, we're unsurprised to see more folks erecting fences, becoming detainees. Before I worry about you or you worry about me, let's all dwell on ourselves, we're the private enemy. Becoming who we're meant to, virtuous and creative. We won't dread the different, the strange or unrelated. A power line to convey certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us home, to bring us home.
Welcome back from that hydration break. I hope if you needed a drink or whatnot, you grabbed something yourself as well. Whew, I am having a fantastic day so far. Hope you are too. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing though we got something we gotta recognize. You better recognize some do 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 do. We gotta recognize that Michelle sent in 5. Thank you very much, Michelle, for tipping 5. That's gonna get us 14 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. You know, I'm looking at my audio levels here. Something. Burp, 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 burp. Yeah, we'll just turn that up there a little bit. Okay, that sounds a little bit better. Okay, so looking around here, we have much dirt. We can grab all this dirt. Dun, 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 dun. Dee, dee, dee. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so here we go. We're gathering dirt we'll need. Stephanie Hall says, now I want candy. Bum, 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 bum. I want candy. Okay. Gotta lay our heads down, Dream. And we're back. No, we're not. Wow, that's a long sleep. Long sleep there. Okay. I feel like this is coming through brighter than it should be. Is it just because it's getting sunlight? Like, I wanted to be able to look into this cave and have it be dark. Right? Like, this is not dark enough. Like, it's probably just too close to the sunlight is probably what it is. But, like, I feel like if I'm looking at it from back there, this should recede into darkness. La da 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 da. Dee 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 da. I'm also, oh yeah, it's Sunday night. I'm excited. It's that rare time of year where there's actually good stuff on HBO again on Sunday nights. So thank y'all to everybody who's hanging out with me here, waiting for that stuff to go live. I'm definitely going to be watching Barry in about a half hour. I had canceled my HBO, but I renewed it for the new season of Barry. That's what it took, because it's a very well-made show. I appreciate things that are well-made. I don't love all of the choices that were made by the showrunner. Some of the things I would have done differently, but that's the joy of watching something made by somebody else, is you can learn from it, you can see what they did. So they're in their final season now. Do I have a gamma mod on? No. It's just... You know, I probably do have my brightness turned up. Where's that under? Performance? Quality? Biome blend? General brightness. Ugh. Turn it off. Done. That's... Oh, okay. That's what it was. My brightness was turned way up. Because I was looking at that, I was like, why is it so bright? Why am I not getting any visual feedback about how far recessed this is from back here? Okay. Oh, I'm getting messages on HermitCraft. Group chat. Okay, doesn't look like it's a huge deal. Nothing I need to check in on. Hey, howdy, Mr. Hardluck. Glad you could join us. Did I post the tipping link again after we got that 5? I forgot to. I was like, womp womp. We are 14 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. We got about 22 minutes left in the stream. But yeah, see that how that's dark there? That's what I was looking for. I was like, why is this looking full bright? That's on me. That's on me. Did that wrong. I don't mind putting in a few torches here for right now. And then what we'll do is we'll come back with the sponges. I don't want things that are dangerous to happen while we're sponging, right? So we're going to light this up temporarily. We'll come back with the sponges, clear that out. Actually, that might not even need sponges. That might be a dirt problem. Like, this doesn't look like it's, like, super deep, y'all. Or, oh, wait. Oh. Nope, never mind. This is... Yep. This is that's a sponge problem. Okay. Live and learn. Okay. So, oh yeah. And this looks better now. This looks darker. Is this part up here actually a sponge problem too? Yeah, this is kind of a ravine thing. Welcome, Izzy the Gray. Glad you could join us. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Dee 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 dun 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 dun. Bum bum bum. Okay, yeah, having turned the brightness down, this is way better. This is way more atmospheric. Do 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 do. Bum ba da 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 da. Okay. Yeah, this is feeling good. This is like where we need to be with this project. So if we don't get anything else rolling in for HHH tomorrow, we can work on this and... Oh, that's right. I did turn the brightness up for working on the pixel art. That makes sense, Mahis. Thank you. Our pick is getting a little low. And our elytra. Might be time to run down. Oh no, Clementine Campbell. Sorry you've had such a Rube Goldberg-esque day. I hope that you're able to get things back on track. Boy. Okay, so... let's check if we need to repair both elytras. Oh boy, I am starting to fade. Nope, that one's good. Okay, so we'll go pick... or we'll go fix the elytra... those. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, with the brightness turned down, this is way more obviously like... Whoa, actually, now that we've turned down the brightness, let's go check on what the farm looks like. The copper farm. Copper farm, burning out of fuel out here alone. It's gonna be a long, long time till copper brings me round again to farm. I'm not the one who put the copper in. Oh, yes, I am. Copper farm, cooking all the copper here alone. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's definitely a much different vibe down here. Creepier, for sure. Frustrating. It's harder to tell which ones of these are lit or not. Copper farm. Yeah, for those of you who are curious about where we were just digging inside of this circle here. Boop. Copper farm. Horror movie setting, I know, right? Let's run over to the end. 'Cause in the end, it doesn't even matter. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, where's the portal? From up here. Do, 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 do. It's also possible tomorrow's HHH will be us helping Beef by judging or reffing TCG games, since Cleo and I are both TCG refs. We'll have to see where the demand is. Whoa, that's new. Okay. Yeah, this place is way spookier in the dark. It's a shame that the Bobby mod kills the rendering. I got a clip of the end portal for an episode. No, not yet. And at this point, it's too late for right now. I'm too tired to record tonight. We're just doing some background work and set up for HHH tomorrow. But yeah, oh, this is definitely way spookier with the light turned down. Can I sing the TCG song? Sure. Trading card game. trading card game. Trading card game, trading card game, trading card game, TCG. Ah! Okay, I didn't have mob sounds turned off at all. Okay, we found the mystery. We solved the mystery of that. Oh boy. Okay. TCG Navidad. TCG Navidad. TCG sales are closing in 45 minutes. Last chance to buy physical Season 1 cards. First printing. I don't know if there's going to be a second printing, y'all. It's really not cost effective to do this stuff at the scales we're doing this at for like retail purposes. So like in the very first printing ever of Magic the Gathering, when they didn't know if it was going to work, TCGs weren't even like a thing yet. In order to sell the cards at a reasonable price, they had to print 2.7 million cards. And we are not near 2.7 million cards. So yeah, if you want these, I can't promise we're ever going to sell these cards again. Hopefully we'll have an expansion out, but the problem is to like really be able to sell these like through card shops and stuff, they want you to be able to sell them to the card shop at half the price that you're gonna, or that they're gonna sell them to the audience. And there's not a lot of profit baked into this pricing. Most of this is going straight to printing costs. So, like, Beef worked really hard on this game, and he's definitely getting the largest cut of anybody, but this is not, like, this is a passion project. It might seem like, wow, this is, like, in fairness, this is selling more than a lot of boutique card games, but it's just not selling, like, the reason they can charge what they do for Magic and Pokemon is because they print so many cards. There once was a beef that put to sea, and the name of his game was TCG. Yeah, this was a huge project to make this an IRL thing. I'm very excited about it, but yeah, like, just because it seems like, wow, you guys sold a lot of these, I'm sure you could justify printing them again. We couldn't justify to, like, gaming shops printing them this time. The way that we're able to sell these at these prices is by just paying way more than people would normally pay who develop games to printers. We're not operating beyond a boutique scale yet. We would need to sell so many more cards. Moonrosa says, I just got an email. There will be a collector card included with new orders. Well, actually, and old orders. If, basically, those collector cards are one collector card per address. So, anybody who puts in an order, like, whether you order 1 box or 20 boxes, you'll get a bonus collector card sent with your delivery. Okay. NJ, we didn't know that until yesterday. Well, originally, those collector cards were going to be, like, a totally separate... Well, the fancy collector card packs weren't going to be a pack-in either, so... It's kind of a bonus thing. Okay. So, where was I? We have 10 minutes left in the stream. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. I know that this was kind of a boring stream in that we only broke into Mumbo's thing twice and gave duplicate artwork to one museum, and also I talked about, like, finances for Graphic Artists Guild contracts for way too long. But if you want to support me anyway, I would appreciate it. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Storage cleanup time. I probably should take some of this stuff to Pearls. How many cards do I have to sign for the packs? Less than I was expecting. They're only going to have me sign 300, which is fine. Like, I was constantly in trouble in school. I would have to write sentences 500 times or whatever. Like, signing my name 300 times is nothing. I did not like school. So, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we'll pick up the ones that have the empty slots last. And we'll free up these two so we can put them back down over by the Ender Pearls. I wasn't as violent as Bart Simpson. I just talked a lot. I feel like Bart did a lot more mischief than I did. I wasn't mischievous, I was just not quiet. Okay. So where are we gonna put these? Oh, yeah. So I don't know if Pearl's already cleaned up the area over there. Let's get those in our thing. Yeah. Let's go check Scarland first. Bum, bum, bum. Morning, Flower Lilac. Transit Biker says Sweet Castle builds. Oh, this is Scar's. I can't claim credit for that. I'm just going to use his dumpster because I don't have my own. Why am I torturing Pearl with the pearls? Maybe she'll need them for a build later. I don't know. I'm not in charge of this stuff. Record this bit, maybe. No. Well, see, that's what I suspected. It's already been cleaned up, it looks like. Yeah. So I think we'll just switch over to using the one in the shopping district anyway. Toxic Letter says, I never got detention. Several teachers tried, but then I would quote the handbook at them and get them in trouble for abusing their power. By the time I got to high school, teachers were a lot more chill, I found. I don't know. Like, I still was a little bit disruptive here and there, but for the most part, they realized if they just let me sit and read, I wouldn't bother them. So, yeah. Have I been able to watch the first 5 minutes of Doc's episode? I have not. This has been kind of a focused weekend for me. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if you bring me a card, I'll sign it. Oh, hey, looks like Cub has gotten some progress on his museum there. Don't want to look too closely at it because that's spoilers. But I am curious to just... Whoop, looking good. Okay. So now that Cub's thing is going to be visible, we've really got to go on this coin door. we'll take a break from the pixel art and work on the coin door. Not like now, because we're 5 minutes from the end of the stream. Will I stream my card signing? Yeah, I think so. Although it depends if we do this card signing in person at like the factory, in which case I might not be able to stream it. But if they end up mailing me the cards, I will. Serena, I do actually travel to conventions. Do you mind saying what part of the country you're in? Are you in the United States? Because, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford... Well, I doubt I'm going to be able to afford to go to PAX East this year, or PAX Unplugged this year. This year's really, really tough for me financially, because I got a ton of big expenses with the immigration stuff. But long term, I want to get back into the groove. Arkansas. Oh, well, yeah. If you're from Arkansas, come to Tennessee, or sometimes we do stuff in Alabama. Moon Roses for You says, please come to Arkansas. Well, hey, Moon Roses for You. If you go, do you work at any sci-fi or gaming conventions in Arkansas? Because if you could convince them to, like, hey, put Joe Hills on a panel and give him a hotel room, I can come to Arkansas and work at your convention, like your local gaming convention. I can give a talk about HermitCraft or YouTube or streaming. Okay. There's at least 2 of us here. Yeah, well... Are the 2 of you attending conventions? Can you tell me what's good in Arkansas? Because I have no idea. I've never heard, like, I'm sure there are gaming conventions in Arkansas, but, like, nobody's ever invited me to work at one and offered to pay for my hotel room and travel expenses and stuff. That's the single best way to get me to go to your city, is talk to whoever's running your gaming convention and get them to pay for me to come. Because I would love to visit a different city every weekend, but I straight up just can't afford it. Master Orb, yeah, we are playing HermitCraft, but like only for like 3 more minutes. We're actually about to wrap up the stream. We have been doing some pixel work on the outside of our pinball machine. We have been doing some digging inside where the subwoofer, or well, below the subwoofer cabinet there. Mama Marty says, I wish there were conventions near me. I can't travel till I finish my surgeries. I mean, y'all might be surprised how many tiny local conventions there are that have a budget for bringing in, like, guests and stuff. Like, there's a lot of small gaming and sci-fi conventions all over the country and probably the world. I don't know if that's true everywhere in the world, but, like... Yeah, NJ, that'd be fun to meet your brother. Mama Marty says, I'm in Amish country. There won't be cons anytime soon. Well, I was going to say, in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania is pretty close to Amish country, and there's a convention center there, the Greater Philadelphia Convention Center. Myself, Wells Knight, and Python GB, all hermits at the time, gave a talk there. Yeah, it's in Oaks, Pennsylvania. Technically, it's like right across from the Valley Forge battlefield or whatever. You know why we chose to go to Valley Forge in particular, and why Python flew there all the way from England? Because they paid for our hotel rooms and travel. That's it. That's it. That's all it does. We're not like charging by the hour to show up to these things. We want to show up to these things. We just can't afford to. Oh, come on. Getting shot in the face by that guy. So my advice would be start working at conventions near you. Like volunteer, show up, help out. Like and you'll have a not just so you can help me out, but like if you want to like there are people who make the decisions about who gets to fly into places near you, and you could be one of them. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm at the mercy of these unknown mystery strangers. You could go meet those people. Go hang out at their events. Find out. Okay. So here we go. We are at the 10:30 mark. Actually, slightly past it. Oh boy, I'm starting to fade. I'm gonna make myself a snack and go watch Barry. So because Quinn and I really like talking about the show. It's really good. It's fun to have something to chat with your siblings about. So let's go ahead and see who is live that we can roll. Speaking of Quinn is live right now. Gonna raid Quinn, who's working on music, working on the song All My Heroes. Gonna mute that channel so we don't accidentally get a copyright strike from playing music we don't have the rights to. So I'm gonna type /raid redacted hills here. And then I'm going to copy that URL into my YouTube and Discord chats. When you get over there, our raid messages, howdy y'all, Joe Hills right here. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do, 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 do. Stop.